Hello everyone, and welcome back to Honkai Impact 3rd. So, first and foremost, Vilvi is in the event supply. I would not be opposed to rolling for her, but we are so close to a 10 pull, so I do think I'm going to wait a little bit. Instead, let us continue with Elysian Realm stuff. As I recall, last time it seemed like we were about to reach a turning point in the story. We have new stuff to talk to Kalpas and Eden about. Did not expect that. Alright, let's do that real quick.
戦後、あの件のことは少しも思い出しとうない。理論上わらわよりも汝の方が精神感知型の融合戦士と共に戦うことに向いておる。じゃが結果的に単独行動の方が正解じゃった。
精神型の誰のことだ？アポニアか？
スーのことじゃ。
ああ、あの盲人か。
いいじゃろ。
どれのことを言ってるか分かったぞ。何か問題でもあったか？任務は無事にクリアしただろう。ああ、お前が一人でクリアしたんだったな。
それが問題じゃ、戦後。あれはわらわたちが初めて三人招待という形で行った任務じゃった。わらわの二人の戦友と来たら、片方は悟りを開くよう合図をし、もう片方は大声で罵倒して大変じゃったぞ。
Okay then.
あいつのせいだよ。
Okay. Was unexpected, but it was funny. Alright, Eden. About May. Huh.
ごきげんよう、メイさん。
ごきげんよう、エデン。
少し疲れてるように見えるけど、順調に進んでるの？
まあまあってところかしら。そう簡単じゃないってことはもともと分かってたわ。
はい、これを受け取って。
え？大丈夫なの？
ええ、それがメイさんの役に立つなら私は嬉しいわ。
ありがとう。
あまり無理しないようにね。
Alright. Now on to what I actually was going to do. Remembrance vessels! We have a lot to do here before we carry on with the story, so let's just go through here. Cannot do... Oh, these are maxed. I did not realize there was a max. Oh no. Alright, so Kevin's good. Ellie is good. We're just gonna go through a little bit at a time here. So, Eden. Eden is as far as we can take her right now. Alright. Kalpas.
遅いぞ、後継者。
新世代の中でここに来たのは何も私が初めてじゃないと思うけど。
だが、俺の刻印を継ぐ資格を持つやつは初めてだ。おかしな話だ。俺の力を受け継ぐやつが俺の全てを壊した律者だとは思ってできれば今の俺の立場なんて忘れてお前を思い切り殺してやりたいくらいだ。
敵を作るためにここに来たわけじゃないわ。
それはお前が決めていいことじゃない、律者。
でも今さら敵が増えても気にしないわ。
その機会が来ることを祈ってるよ。
Okay. Exhibit a videotape. In this video, we can vaguely see two people engaged in high-speed combat. To ensure the smoothness of this presentation, we have retrieved all nearby surveillance footage and edited the relevant clips together. Just as you have seen, we have been able to identify the two parties involved via the battle damage and the voices at 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Over here, please listen. I've seen your weakness, Kalpas. That's a bad habit. See? Haha, you can see a star, but can you touch it? Amidst a curtain of rain, there was a flash of a sword, and the video feed cut. Well, Alicia, I think you owe everyone sitting here an explanation. Did you seriously pluck him out of the Abyss lab on your own initiative without making him face any consequences for his prior actions just because he could fight a member of Cocoon on an even keel? Eh? And here I thought that this video would speak for itself. He was up against a mantis. He didn't win, sure, but he was able to wound his opponent. I don't think that any of you seated here could claim to do the same, right? Anyway, Abyss Lab also equipped him with certain restraints that... Actually, never mind. I don't think you'd understand this one even if I told you. Actually, you know what? If we need some evidence, why not have some direct proof? Sakura, could you help me out? Could you please help me relate the process and result of that battle for everyone again? Please and thank you.
こんにちは。
戦後には話しかけない方がいい。そう言われなかったが、リツシャ。
I don't think she cares.
そうね。たった今言われたわ。火を追うがの他の人たちもあなたと同じような感じなの？
そんなわけないだろ。俺は火の中から出たが、それを再び追おうなんて一度も考えたことがない。火を追うが、その名と俺を一緒にするな。
でもあなたはここに存在している。13英傑の一人として。
火を追うがが俺の欲しかったものをくれたからだ。永遠に終わらない戦争をな。
Is that so? Trial transcript, April 21st. In summary, Elvin, you were in the vicinity of Kalpas as a member of the auxiliary troops when the incident occurred, correct? Yes, but you probably know the things he said. Do you understand me? He took off his mask. I didn't dare to look at his face. I didn't even think about it. I only kept my head down and watched his feet move about. Yes, he wasn't walking or running. I swear I didn't blink, but I didn't see how he moved from one place to another. I only saw pieces of Honkai beasts and something red splatter like snowflakes onto me and onto his shoes. We are aware of Kalpas's physical abilities. You do not need to describe them. That is to say, in your opinion, Kalpas is responsible for the incident. Yes. No, I'm not certain. Nobody else was present, but I didn't see the whole picture either. Based on your testimony and our investigations, we cannot draw any other conclusion. No, what I meant was, the man who took off the mask, was he still Kalpas? Interesting. What is that hinting at?
その仮面、外した姿を一度も見たことないわ。
外していないことを喜ぶべきだ、リツシャ。
次のセリフは、見たやつはみんな死んだ。なのかしら。
いや、一人だけ生きてる。たった一人な。
誰だか分かった気がするわ。
当たり前だ。知らないわけがないだろう。そいつがお前をここによこしたんだ。またリツシャ俺の前に。
それを外す気になったかしら、戦後。
なぜそんな思い違いをしたリツシャ。今のお前にはまだ俺の仮面を外させる資格はない。
Wait, that just unlocked two. Rumor the mask. To ordinary people, a mask is often a tool used to conceal the truth and one's identity. To Kalpas, however, a mask is a way of projecting his emotions. Without his mask, he will experience difficulty in expressing himself. Of course, this is only my opinion. I will not change my mind, even if it has been proven wrong. If he wears the mask representing happiness, it is in fact a warning signal. He only finds joy in bloodshed. If he wears a mask representing shyness, this can only mean his other masks have been destroyed in battles. You must not think that he is actually feeling shy, or there will be consequences. Excerpt from Kalpas's Masks Made Easy with 100 Questions. Hey, Emil, is this book telling the truth? It certainly seems that way. How would I know? You're the adjutant to Kalpas, Emil, and your tenure has lasted long enough to be legendary. Before you, this post was occupied by over 20 people. So, it's their problem if they're quitters. Besides, he rarely brings me to the battlefield. On the contrary, it's an easy job. You're oddly optimistic. So what exactly did you read to me? Sounds like verbose, elaborate bull. Huh? Emil, haven't you heard of this book? Kalpas's Masks Made Easy with 100 Questions is a bestseller on base. Who wrote this book anyway? It can't possibly be factual or useful. If anything, what it says completely contradicts the truth. Well, I don't know who wrote it, but it's signed A Girl as Gorgeous as Dancing Petals. Odd. I see. Oh, excuse me. A new message came in. Let's talk some other time, Emil. I've been selected for an urgent mission. An urgent mission? Yeah, the 10th Hersher has appeared. Before the sunset. Across the stormy sands splayed the fresh blood of dying light. When the girl with serpentine eyes finally reached the dune at the heart of this ocean, the keys of domination that had been stabbed into the grit had already numbered over 100. Each one of them was shattered like toys hurled by some child. The startling deformations on each of their hilts also hinted at their having been undergone some horrid torture. The masked man slept amidst those broken blades. His limbs stretched out, and only lazily opened his eyes when the young girl had already overshadowed his face. Congratulations! You've officially washed out of the metamorph-induced mantis plan. The snake-eyed girl surveyed the broken blade around them. At this rate, you're going to break every key of domination we have all by yourself. No. Seriously, forget it. It's apparent that you're not going to become a mantis in this way. There are too few fights in this world that could actually threaten you and make you awaken. In any case, given this scene of destruction, I don't think you're getting a key of domination ever again. Ah, shame. I was wondering what shape they might take in your hands. Well then, farewell, Kalpas. Fight on as a normal human. Such a chance is coveted by many, you know. Cut the crap, Mobius. You should know why I asked you to come here. Well, of course. But first, why should I? The reddening sun continued sinking in the west, painting everything in its blood-red hues. The girl's viper eyes, the ocean of sand, the broken blades, even the man's mask. Because I will kill everything. You're insane. That said, I will help you become a mantis, through my own methods, of course. Now then, Kalpas, entrust your greatest secret to me. How did a normal human like you gain the strength to fight mantis soldiers on an even keel? Just how did you come to be? I'm very, very curious.
いい度胸をしているな、律者。何度も何度も。どうした？そんなに敵が欲しいのか？
戦後、あなたの他人への接し方っていつまで経っても本当に変わらないのね。敵、かつては仲間だったあの人たちもそのせいであなたに傷つけられたのかしら？
自分の得にならないことなのにかなり聞き回っているようだ。仲間だと。よく聞け。俺にはそんな奴はいないし、この先もいないだろう。そんなものは足手まといの騒音に過ぎない。
そう。今の様子を見る限り、あなたがこの先仲間が欲しいと思ってもそれは難しいでしょうね。 でもそこは重要な部分じゃない。あなた、過去のことを隠すつもりがないみたいね。
隠す当然だ。お前が早く知るに越したことはないからな。俺が何をしてきたのか、俺が一体何者なのかを。そうすればお前はもう俺の周りをちょろちょろしなくなるだろう。
Private duel. Dr. Mobius. No, please don't. I don't want to die. What, scared already? Didn't you tell me you'll even risk your life for science if that's what it takes to become my assistant? But that's Kalpas. I've heard that even the shockwaves of his attacks can kill bystanders. Dr. Mobius, please let me go. I'll gladly offer to dedicate my life to science, but to die like this is utterly pointless. You're exaggerating. Besides, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Like others, they'll be transferred to other bases, which means their once-per-month dual permit and the repair budget that goes with it will both be revoked. Okay, Dr. Mobius, but can you lend me half of the protective gear you're wearing? Shh, here they come. When hot winds funneled down through the canyon, two men facing each other materialized. Today will be different, Kalpas. And no, this is the last time. Yes, the last time. We may never meet again. I'll make sure you enjoy this to the fullest. I couldn't have asked for more. But, Kevin, do you really think you can do it? Of course.
そうだ。飛天。かつて俺をそう呼んだ人間もいた。だが何か意味があるとは思わない。融合した崩壊獣がその名前ってだけだ。
Now I have Ashura-chan by Otto stuck in my head.
飛天。どんな崩壊獣なの？あなたがその手で殺したのかと思ったわ。
だとしたら、そいつは何も残らなかっただろうな。そしてあの狂人の手でこの身に突っ込まれることもなかった。
狂人？あなたが誰かをそんな風に評価するなんて初めてね。
なんだ。俺も狂人だから他人に言う資格がないって。
いいえ、私から見ればあなたは狂人なんかじゃないわ。ただ怒りをその身に宿してるだけ。あなたの怒りは果たしない。永遠に
Oops.
そうだ、怒り。すべてを殺し尽くさなければこの怒りは決して消えない。戦闘の意味はとっくになくなった。怒りさえも消えたら、俺にとってあいつらにとってそれは裏切りと何の違いがあるというんだ。
Rumor, the carving knife. Ah, yes, I do know quite a few things about him, but it's all just stuff I've heard. Promise me you won't tell anyone else. He wouldn't stop attacking even after defeating his enemies? Come on, this kind of thing is no longer a secret. Everybody knows his fighting style. So you want something juicy. Okay, what else? Oh, right. You know, a while ago, he was temporarily transferred to another base, and a friend of mine was assigned to help him move? And guess what? Half of his luggage was filled with all kinds of stuffed animals. Aww. Can you believe that? I mean, that man is like a brutal beast. Who'd have thought? I mean, I have seen the shot in, Because of You, with him surrounded by, like, a bunch of little kids. I don't know what's up with that exactly, but it does seem as though Kalpas has a soft side to him. Hey, don't say that. There's nothing wrong with boys playing with stuffed animals. But, Elvin, are you sure this is true? I think I've heard another version of this story. Oh, you mean the one about the wooden figures, right? Someone found a lot of small figures carved out of wooden blocks in his room, and the faces of the figures were kinda messy. Guess sculpting isn't really his thing. Which makes sense, though. For someone who spent most of his time on the battlefield killing, it's normal to be bad at this kind of thing. So this version of the story also came from you? Which one is true? Well, both are true. It's normal for people to change hobbies, right? Here, check this out. This carving knife is evidence. My friend found it when he was helping him move. Hey, what are you doing? Give it back! Nua? Nua, get back here! Oh my god, Nua, don't. Alright, and that is as far as we go with Kalpas. We've already started Sakura's a little bit, so I guess let's continue with hers?
変わりないか。
ええ、また会ったわね、さくら。
あなたとはあまり会えてない気がするけど。ああ、他の英傑とは親しい間柄ではないからの。一人で行動することに慣れておる。それに、今のわらわたちにとって交流は何の意味も持たぬ。ここに存在するわらわたちは汝のように何かを変えることはできぬ。
そんなに悲観的になる必要はないわ。私にとって楽園の伝承自体一種の変革だと思う。英傑であるあなたたちにとっても来訪者である私たちにとってもね。それと少しあなたの戦友を見習うのもいいと思うわ。
戦号のことか。
ええ、きっと今の彼も楽園の中にいる敵とまだ殺し合ってると思う。
ああ、そうじゃな。ありがとう、メイ殿。なんというか、いつも険しい表情をしとる汝がこれほど優しい女子だとは知らなかった。
後半の部分だけ受け取っておくわね。
I mean, she's not terribly wrong.
すまぬ。
Yeah, no, she's not wrong.
ああ、忘れるところじゃった。今日ここに来たのは汝に贈り物を用意したからじゃ。受け取ってくれ。心。
これは
Oops.
花？
ああ、花の名は忘れなぐさじゃ。昔任務が終わるたび、本部へ戻る前にこのような花を残すようにしていた。一種の儀式というか。あの頃のわらわは任務が終わった後に何かをせねばならぬという思いに駆られておったのじゃ。まるで弔い。わらわに殺された者たちのための。そして、わらわ自身の弔いじゃ。
Oh. Forget me not. When people arrive on the scene, this is what they see. The deceased would have fallen on their backs, crimson, still fresh blood, blooming on their chests like flowers, and all around, those few blue forget-me-nots would complete the ethereal contrast. No one knows who she is. People know only that such an assassin exists in this world. Well, really, no one even knows if she exists or not. No one knows her motives or what she looks like, so they call her Forget-Me-Not. If, and I say if, she really exists. Her sword must be super quick. A stab and retrieval so swift and instant that even the dead do not realize that they are so. If not, how could the people she kills never have looks of agony on their faces? I can't think of any other explanation. As for those little blue flowers, like you, my dear readers, I don't know why she leaves them at the scene. Is that her calling card? Or is it related to some kind of faith she has? Or is she trying to remind someone of something? I don't know. But what I know for sure is that no one has ever seen how those little blue flowers fall from her hands. Why? That is because that flower is before my eyes now. She is standing before me right now. Ah, what a lovely... An excerpt from Forget-Me-Not, a short literary article published in a magazine. Ow! Big sis, what'd you do that for? Kids shouldn't be reading this sort of thing, Bryn. Isn't it time for bed? But I'm not a kid anymore. Come on, big sis, give me that book. I was almost done reading it. Killing and murder, You'll have nightmares if you read too much of this stuff, Rin. Will not. You're always treating me like a baby. Well then, who was it who couldn't sleep by herself for several days after watching a horror movie? It was me. You're such a big bully, sis. Alright. Go to sleep, Rin. It's getting late. It's really getting late. Good night. The bedroom light went out. Wait a moment, big sis. She suddenly grabbed her sister's sleeve. Please don't go. I'm scared. Or I'm a bit scared. What am I going to do with you? The two embrace in the darkness. That forget-me-not. What sort of person do you think she is? Didn't I tell you not to dwell on these things, Rin? But I feel like I'd be too scared to sleep if I don't get it straight. The silver moonlight fell through the window, soft as the young woman's sigh. Maybe she's just a normal person, just like us. Come on, that can't be. How can a normal person do what she does? If you ask me, she must have 2 eyes that glow in the dark, just like a wolf. And she might even have 4 super flexible arms, and muscles bunched up like little mountains. Actually, wouldn't that be too obvious? What do you think, sis? Huh? Go to sleep already, or I'm not taking you to the amusement park tomorrow. Oh! Ah! That's the image you see of them, and because of you. Oh.
ナンジは相変わらず冷静なようじゃな。後継者の中でも稀有な部類に入るぞ。
Where's the voice for this line? Maybe it's because I have a different goal. Calmness shouldn't be a rare quality.
確かに、ナンジの探索しようとする態度に比べると、ほとんどのものはかすめ取ろうとしておるように映る。顔には出しておらぬがな。彼らは皆、ここで何かを手に入れたいと思っておる。そのためなら手段を選ばぬし、犠牲になろうとも構わぬ。だから彼らは、汝よりもはるかに弱いのじゃ。
From your words, they don't seem vulnerable, and I can't say it's impossible for them to go further than me. May, what happened to your voice?
守りたいものがあるかどうかは見ればわかる。その点だけでも、汝は彼らと違っておる。人に本当の強さを与える者は、どんな時であろうと犠牲になりたくないと願う弱さに他ならない。わらわは何かのために全てを犠牲にできる者は、怒りのない船のようなものじゃ。彼らの力は信用できぬ。
Yeah, I beg to differ on this. In my eyes, weaknesses put you in a disadvantageous position.
構わぬ。意見の相違は避けられぬし、必ずしも結論を出す必要もないじゃろ。
But, Sakura, there'll be times when we can't avoid. If one day we fail to protect our weaknesses, what happens then?
それでも、問題などない。少なくとも、汝がそれを守ろうとするとき、他のどんな状況よりも力を出すことになるじゃろうからな。
That was so weird. May, did you lose your voice? Hello? The cleanup. Could cleanup occur in complete silence? Perhaps not, but if one's footsteps were quiet enough that others could barely notice, we might actually think it possible, right? The corridor was long, silent, gloomy, thick. They fell lightly, and so was their blood shed like falling flowers. Most of them had never committed a crime in their life. In other words, they were innocent. Though they were unfortunate enough to bear the burden of sin and calamity, they were still innocents. The young woman knew this, of course. And so she tried to give them peace even as she dealt them death. Even before their minds could comprehend this fresh agony, every last ounce of their souls would have slipped away through that tiniest of wounds. Of course, this was no just act. Still, Cocoon existed for this very purpose. They weighed the pros and cons, they made decisions. They did not ask questions of right and wrong. At last, she reached the room at the end of the corridor, but there was no one there. The room was quiet, empty, dark. The wind blew through the shadows along with the moonlight, caressing the blade in the young woman's hand. The mission was over, it seemed, so the young woman thought. She had taken on new karma, but the incurable disease had been cold right here. Out of habit, she left a blue flower behind and prepared to leave. Why? The young woman started. A man sat cross-legged in the shadow of the room. He wore a crudely made mask, its visage one of warped rage. Was he already here? How did I not notice him? The young woman thought. The man before her did not feel like a human at all. If she had to put her finger on it, he was more like some sort of wild beast waiting in ambush. Ferocious, angry, full of killing intent, but also silent. This voice. It's you? My blade did not miss my mark. How are you still breathing? I'm asking the questions here, woman. They were infected with Honkai. They are the only source of infection in this area. This is the only way more people can live. Those people outside, who were they to you? The man did not reply. He turned toward the window, where the storm poured down the drain. Where the storm poured down. Even the wind... words. Even the heavens seemed all too eager to wash a certain something away. A bolt of lightning illuminated his mask and her blade. At this moment, no one could have known. None could have guessed that in 28 seconds, this building would be reduced to useless debris by the fight between the two people present. Oh my god. Cleanups of this kind could certainly begin in silence, of course, but they would never end in it.
さくら、あなたはいつも一人で任務を遂行していたと言っていたわよね。でも、英傑たちの中で、あなたが精神的に孤立しているようにも見えない。
Hey, May got her voice back!
戦後のような接しにくい人との間にも、共有している過去の出来事がかなりあるみたいだし。
わらわたちのようなものだからこそ、互いに引き寄せ合うのじゃろう。過去の出来事については、決して楽しいものばかりではないぞ。
でも結果から見たら十分すごいことよ。少なくとも私にはできないもの。
大したことではない。ただ過去の出来事を共有しているだけじゃ。メイ殿もあの時に三人招待の作戦に参加しておれば、これが取るに足らぬことだとわかるはず。
どういう意味？
わらわたちにとっては目的は律者に勝つことだけではない。その過程で生じる損失や死傷者を減らす、あるいは回避することも重要なのじゃ。しかしこれはどの英傑にもできることではない。故にエリシアにこの称号を提案される前から優れた融合戦士たちは小隊を組み助け合おうとしていたのじゃ。
つまり互いの短所を補うってこと？
そうじゃ。最も適した形を見つけるために小隊でさまざまな人数や組み合わせを試した。そうすると興味などなくとも他の戦士と接することになる。英傑同士の共闘のほとんどはそういう時にしか起こらぬのじゃ。
じゃあその後は？小隊を組むやり方はかなり有用そうだけど続かなかったのよね。
約束の惨劇が全てを終わらせたのじゃ。それ以来小隊はもう意味を持たぬようになった。どんな災いであろうと何とか勝利するには人類の全てをかけなければならぬ。そして最後には全てをかける資格すら失ってしまったのじゃ。
The origin. Yes, I've entered the area without any issues. No anomaly detected. What do you see there? Forget it, I shouldn't have asked you to describe it. Turn on the streaming device so I can see it. It's already on. This place is pitch black. Even I can only make out the shape of some objects. Dr. Mobius, what are my objectives? To be honest, given the current situation, I don't want to push forward blindly. We've been over this, Sakura. Your objective is to investigate the post-Honkai scene and find out why that Hersher vanished. Please tell me the truth, Dr. Mobius. When the cocoon was about to be dismissed, you initiated the protocol to command me to carry out this mission with vague objectives. It can't be just to investigate a disaster that happened so long ago. Well, Sakura, your biggest shortcoming is being too sharp for your own good. I admit I didn't tell you the whole story, but I didn't lie either. I really just wanted you to do a simple post-disaster investigation in Kalpas's hometown. What? See, I knew this would happen. As far as I can tell from the evidence, that place was where Kalpas first appeared in the world, much earlier than when you first met him. He'll be infuriated, Doctor. Don't worry, he told me this himself. I don't offer my services for free, and this information served as my payment. Right, let's stop wasting time. Keep going. The emergency light was turned on, its pale light slowly revealing her surroundings. Somehow, it seemed that the light hesitated to illuminate the darkness, as if it were afraid of being swallowed. Good, good. Let's see what is hidden in this place Dr. May went out of her way to wipe off the map. Yet what lay in sight were ruins ravaged by fire. Covering the walls stained by smoke were strange totems that retained a portion of their original glory. They were baring their fangs and claws, seemingly ready to burst forth from the walls at any minute. In the center of the hall stood a totemic pillar that was even more peculiar. Some broken chains were scattered around it, and others clung to the pillar like dried vines. Dr. Mobius, have you made a mistake? This place is not so much a hometown as a sacrificial ground. Huh.
一つ、汝に聞いてもいいかわからぬ質問があるのじゃが。
聞いてみてくれないとわからないわ。
承知した。嫌なら答えなくてもよい。今の時代の人々は、律者をどう思っておるのじゃ？
That is a complicated question.
一言では言い表せないわね。多くの人々にとって律者は一種の災害。でも必ずしも律者が人類の敵になるかどうか、私はそんなことはないと思ってるわ。
ほう？
律者になることに関して私には選択する余地がなかった。でもこの力をどう使うかは自分で決められる。
汝の他に同じようなことをした人はおるのか？
Oh, did they?
ええ。でも簡単なことじゃないわ。あの意志と対抗するために彼女たちは全力を尽くしたし、大きな代価を支払うこともあった。
Now, why the hell did I just hear the word kanojo-tachi? It is not just the girls, I promise you that, May. Hello, wealth is right there.
そうか。それは驚いたの。実を言うと、わらわも律者は人類の敵とは限らぬと思ったことがある。
律者に対する考えはあなたたちの間でもだいぶ違うみたいね。ケビンにこの話をしたことがあるけど、彼は
ケビン、わらわが自分の記憶体を残す前に、彼はすでに5体の律者の殲滅に参加した。
なるほど。たとえ彼でも生半可な決心ではそんなことできなかったでしょうね。崩壊に勝つため律者は消滅すべきと。 ここにいる人たちの多くはそういう信念を持ってここまでやってきた。じゃあ彼らはどうして律者である私に手を貸すことにしたのかしら。
Questions worth asking. Woes. That's right, Sakura. You're one of the last 13 mantises, which is exactly why I'm seeing you today. In order to defeat the 11th Hersher, humanity paid a heavy price. We can no longer afford to be too picky in who we select. Moreover, given the current state of affairs, Honkai is also evolving in response to our measures. It's hard to say whether mantises will be as effective against the succeeding Hershers. In that case, Dr. May, is our establishment still necessary? Don't underestimate yourself, Sakura. You're still the most valuable fighting force of the moths. There are plenty of situations only mantises can handle. And it wasn't my idea to assemble you into a separate squad, but I thought her proposal was worth a try. Whose proposal? Sorry about that, had to sneeze. Whose proposal? It was me, of course. The door opened and closed as Elysia stepped into the room. Also, I am not going to bother to cut that out, because it was like 2 seconds, and I am too lazy for that. Is there anyone other than me who actually cares about the fate of us mantises? What do you think, Sakura? Elysia. If I remember correctly, you should be tracking the abnormal concentration of Honkai energy 3,000 kilometers away. Geez, Sakura, I didn't know you were so interested in me. You're making me blush. But that stuff is unimportant compared to this proposal that might finally unite us. How about it, Sakura? You opting in? Sorry, I'm used to... Wait, don't turn me down just yet. She leaned close to Sakura's ear, her cheery voice turning to a stream of whispers. Sakura, the situation is urgent, so I won't repeat what I say next. You must put on a poker face and don't show any surprise. There's a reason I traveled those 3,000 kilometers. The source of the Honkai energy is the next Hersher, but she wasn't there. Currently, only I know the truth of this matter, so we still have a chance. The next Hersher. She's your sister. Sakura showed no signs of astonishment. She did not even react to those words. She was only able to nod her head numbly to keep the conversation going. She sat there in a daze, her mind at once frantic and totally paralyzed, until a voice pulled her back to reality. 13 is such an unlucky number. We're all going to end up dead, aren't we? She jerked her head up to see who spoke, but there was no one there. And that is as far as we can go with Sakura. So, I think next time, maybe when we go through Sue and Hua's, but also we've got a bunch more stuff here to do. Okay. Eden. About Kevin.
これはケビンがずっと持ってた炎ね。
ええ、彼は私にくれたわ。ある形成として。
形成にしては美しすぎると、そう思わない？
そうかもしれない。けど、ケビンらしいと思ったわ。
ケビン。彼は世界を照らす炎になれるはずだった。でも、彼はそうしなかった。
I do really like the, fire and ice dichotomy that Kevin's got going on.
彼は、火を追うがになることを選んだわ。
Sue. Why does he sit like this? I don't know how to explain it. He just... you're a twink. That's all I have to say. This is a twink. About rankings.
やっぱり第7位の由来が気になるのだけど。
It's in the middle. It's balanced.
数字の7は13の中央値。まるで天秤の視点。互いをつないで中立の立場にいる。それこそ僕が託された責任。矛盾を調和し、13人のバランスを保つことがね。
Exactly.
それだけの理由で？
エリシアはそれに意味があるのだと。そう。
Oops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And who do we got over here? Kalpas again, of course. About rankings.
ここにいる人たちのほとんどがあなたの強さについて話してたわ。
ケビンもか。
ほとんどって言ったでしょ。とにかく他の人はまだしもあなたが第6位だってことは確かに気になるわ。
俺は第6位だったのか。どうでもいい。俺は気にしない。
That's it, huh? That's all you got to say? Oh wow, we're at more than 50% chapter progress now, very slightly. Side mission progress, 14 out of 118. Jesus. There's so much here. My god. Alright, so I do believe we are going to... Oh, okay then. Oh yeah, it's daily reset is the same time as Genshin. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and do that Vil pull now. Are we going to get her? Probably not. But I see no harm in doing some gacha-ing. Alright. So, I do believe I'm going to end this here for now. So, I will see you all next time.